In my most recent video, I talked about how to handle failure or disappointment. And in this, I present you 5 lessons that we can all learn from failure or disappointment. Number 1, failure is often a powerful teacher. That is very difficult to accept, but when we sit back, we realize that there are lessons from failure, because failure can teach us and disappointment can teach us, because understanding what went wrong can help us, help you make better decisions in the future. Something happens, we're disappointed and we feel that we have failed. But the reality is that sometimes that happens to teach us a lesson, and failure and disappointment do in fact give us an opportunity to learn. Number 2, failure helps to build resilience. You know, there's the old saying that what doesn't kill you can make you stronger. It is true of failure and or disappointment. They are resilience builders. Facing challenges and overcoming them, very often, if we give it time, will help us to build our resilience. So when you confront difficulties, you develop mental toughness, and you also develop the ability to bounce back from adversity. That ability to bounce back from adversity is something that we all need, because we all experience failure. We all experience disappointment at some point, at one time or another in our lives. Therefore, the ability to bounce back from adversity is an essential skill in life. There is nobody who is successful, or anyone who has lived life from childhood to adult, who has not experienced any failure or disappointment. But the challenge is always to know how to interpret that and how to respond to failure or disappointment without letting it knock us down when it comes again, or when another experience of failure or disappointment happens. But we just need to understand that from it we can become stronger. And number 3, failure provides an opportunity for improvement. So disappointment can highlight areas where you need to improve. If you sit back and take stock of the experience that you have had, understand what a disappointment means for you. The parts of your life where you have experienced disappointment can actually be parts where you learn that you need to improve. And the question then becomes, are you willing to face the challenge and do what you need to do to improve? Because failure or disappointment does in fact provides all of us the opportunity to improve. And number 4, understand that a journey to success is often not linear. It's not a straight line from one part of life or from down to up when it comes to living life. Life very often occurs in circles, and persistence can lead to breakthroughs that you might not have anticipated. So if you give up because you have failed or because you have experienced disappointment, how then can you build resilience? How then can you give yourself the opportunity to experience a breakthrough? There will then, of course, be no way to know how much you can do or how much you could have achieved if you just gave it more time. And the fifth lesson is that disappointment, failure, expands our perspective. Disappointment can encourage you to think outside the box. A lot of people who have succeeded would say that when they were disappointed was when they then sat back, thought about what to do with their lives, which meant they had to think outside of what a book said. They were able to then think out of the box and develop coping mechanisms that sometimes then led to steps that they took to become successful. The same can happen for you. If you think outside the box when you have experienced failure or disappointment, it can give you an opportunity to explore new solutions. Exploring new solutions and then implementing them then very often assures you an opportunity to really try again and achieve a sense of success that even you will be happy about.